Coach Rob here with the MotoE, and we're going through your next exercise in your preseason plyometric routine. This next exercise, as you saw in your spreadsheet, is called static wall squats, and when you saw it, you probably recognized it by name because you did it maybe in high school or middle school during your PE class. The thing that I want you to understand is with the static wall squat, what we're trying to do is determine the strength, the endurance, and the lactate tolerance of your quadriceps, which run from your hips to the tops of your knees. The key with this assessment is you need to make sure that you're isolating the specific muscles, because remember, the next phase of this is once you identify what your weaknesses are, we want to give you the protocols on how to improve it. All right? So when you do this specific exercise, and all of them that we're showing you, focus on your form. It's far more important than being able to put up big numbers. All right, static wall squats. We do them a little bit differently here at MotoE. The first thing I want you to recognize is when I go in up against the wall, my focus is to get completely to 90 degrees. All right, let me show you what we're talking about. What I want you to think about is I want you to get to where your hips are low enough so that your legs have a 90 degrees at the knees. Very, very important, okay? If you're sitting way up like this, you're not doing any work. If you go anything below 90 degrees, you're going to run the risk of hurting your kneecaps. Please be safe. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to put your shoulders back against the wall. You're not allowed to push against your legs. You're not allowed to push against the wall. And what you're going to do is once you're in position, you start your timer and you put your toes up. As soon as you pick your toes up, what you do is you disengage from the kneecaps down. This muscle is called tibialis anterior. If we're trying to test the strength of the quads, we need to isolate them. So what we're doing is we've got our toes up, we've got our knees pointing forward. Notice that they're not spread out, they're right in line with my shoulder blades, looking forward. Okay? For this assessment, what you're going to do is you're going to maintain that static wall squat for as long as you can. As soon as you can't do it any longer, please drop down. Do not try to stand up. If you try to push up, you're going to run the risk of hurting your knees. Once you drop to the ground, you stop your watch. That's your elapsed time. Write it down. Give yourself 30 seconds. Please don't go beyond the 30-second rest. Your work-rest interval needs to be the same for this whole assessment. As soon as that 30-second rest is up, you go to set number 2. You stay up as long as you can. When you drop, you give yourself 30 seconds rest, come back, do your third set. After your third set, take a moment, stretch your quads. If you're not sure how to stretch your quadriceps, please watch our video so that you don't stretch inappropriately. Again, we don't want you to hurt yourself trying to improve your range of motion. So with this particular exercise, it's 3 sets, as long as you can go, with 30 seconds rest after each set. So dig deep, be safe, and we'll see you at the next exercise.